Good morning, everybody. This is Pamela Parrish getting on her Keeping It Real podcast. This is where I keep it real. I take about 20 to 25 minutes each video as I do these through my phone. There are no frills. There's no flashing of news articles behind me. But I wanted to get on here today to tell you, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you were able to put up with your MAGA supporting family members. And if you didn't go, I totally get it. Trust me. I almost bowed out of my sister's house because her husband is a follower of Donald Trump. My older brother is a follower of Donald Trump. Even my own twin brother is a follower of Donald Trump. But I wound up going to my sister's house, one, because it's the right thing to do. We're his family, first and foremost. But I felt the need to get out of the house, as I don't really go anywhere anymore, with the way the world's been lately. I went to my sister's house, and I watched the rest of the parade, the dog show that was on TV, and when dinner was ready, we sat down, we ate dinner, we talked, we chewed the fat. But you know who didn't come up in the conversations? Donald Trump. You guessed it. Donald Trump did not come up in any conversations. And thank God for that. This is the kind of Thanksgiving that I wanted, I'd say about 8 years ago. Come on. We're in the middle of the first part of Trump's second term. And we are in a big fucking mess. Donald Trump has used ICE agents to persecute and terrorize not just the people over here on green cards, but everyday Americans. He even deported men, women, and children from our country, naturalized citizens. And now he's used his political power to kill people on boats out in the ocean. In fact, I think Pete Hegseth got into some serious shit when he was supposedly saying that they should kill survivors. And he basically said, kill them all. And if that's true, whether it was Pete Hegseth or Donald Trump himself, they should both be brought up on war crimes and locked up in jail for the rest of their natural lives. And let me just say for the record, when Donald Trump does finally leave this planet, his son should take his place in his cell. Because I don't support a traitorous motherfucker who wants to be king. He wants to be Putin's bitch boy. I've always said that about Donald Trump. He's following people like Adolf Hitler and Vladimir Putin and members of Al-Qaeda. He's one of those guys that wants absolute power. And as they say, when you get power, power corrupts absolutely. That's 100% true. And I went out to my sister's house. Donald Trump never appeared in any conversation. The only thing I've heard my brother complain about is the high cost of food and groceries. He says prices aren't going down. And I said, yeah, I've been telling you that. I've been telling you that. And, he says, if things don't come down soon, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And I said, yeah, I know. And I said, in my area, I just got the lovely news that my power bill is going to go up. I pay about $200 in my heating and cooling bills. That's not funny. I'm on limited income. I pay rent. I pay cellular phone. I pay property taxes. I pay all that shit. The only thing I don't have to pay for anymore is the mortgage. My parents finished that up before they died, when they set up the trust fund. And I went to an Animate Con this past early summer. And I went to meet Bill Farmer, and I wound up paying around $400 in total. That includes photo op, the ticket in, and the 4 DVDs and the little video I have on my channel in the shorts. That cost me about $260 something. So yeah, that put me in the red, and I've been fighting back ever since until October, when I finally went to my bank and got overdraft protection. I started paying off my credit cards. I started paying my rent. Because when I got my last check back in October, I paid my bills like normal. I set them up like a day or two before the month ends. And I paid the $700, $104 on my cell phone, and other various bills and amenities. And I didn't have any money in my account. So my rent bounced. My sister had to cover that so my power didn't get cut off. But once I got the overdraft protection, I started paying my rent like I normally would again. So even though I have to pay on the loan, I could have that overdraft protection to help me with groceries and maybe a new wheelchair in the future for my 25% of the bill for the wheelchair. So, yeah, I have to deal with that, and I have to go to Job and Family Services here in about another week. Who knows if I'm going to be able to stay on SNAP benefits, since Donald Trump is being such a dick and withholding the SNAP benefits from people who didn't vote for him. So, yeah. Donald Trump, you're a rotting old fossil that should be in a hospice facility. You shouldn't be in any form of office at all, period. For the guy who said, "You won't catch me sleeping on camera," well, motherfucker, you did fall asleep on camera. You're done. You're cooked. You're toast. People like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel have every right to roast you. They not only use their monologues to make people laugh, but they use it to report the news and what's going on when paid media won't do it themselves. That means your NBC, CBS, and ABC will not be reporting on it. And the same thing with CNN and News Nation and Newsmax. If they're not willing to report on your health issues, independent media will, and we will find out about your dirty dealings. And the people that are marching on Washington and speaking up to their constituents, they're letting people know that we don't want Donald Trump in office anymore. And if people like Hegseth and any other person that's worked with Donald Trump is committing war crimes, they should be brought out of office, impeached, charged, and fired. So they need to be locked up as well. So, yeah, don't play with me, because I voted for Kamala Harris, and I'm glad I did. And I will not be voting for Donald Trump in 2028, because after his second term is over, he will never see the White House again. And I want to have you all do something for me. If we don't want Donald Trump to have his presidential library, why don't we do a ground-up campaign and fill out either a petition or we march on Washington and let our constituents know that Donald Trump does not deserve anything related to a president when they die. That means no flag over the casket, no honors, no dignitaries. He just gets a plain old burial. He doesn't get the presidential library. He doesn't get to lie in state. He hasn't earned that right. So, Donald Trump, resign. That is the best thing you could do for our country, because your dementia is showing. Your physical limitations are showing. You have no excuse for wanting to ban fat people when you yourself are extremely fat. You can't barely stand. You can barely walk. Sometimes you don't know where the fuck you are. So I'm telling my constituents that watch this podcast, march on Washington. Send letters to your constituents. Freaking call them. Tell them we don't want Donald Trump in the White House. And if you want to know if he's in the Epstein files, yes, he is. And they're bringing up pictures of him with little kids. They should bring up the soundbite where he said he would fuck his own daughter if you weren't related to her. Well, I'm going to cut this video off. I got other videos I need to do. But this phone only allows 30 minutes. So, yeah. Let me know what you think. What did you think when you saw Trump sleeping on camera recently? What did you think when you saw his walking patterns recently? You know, it's time for Donald Trump to go. Put him in hospice. Get him some serious help. Because a president that really gives a damn about our country would not be sleeping on duty. It's a gross dereliction of duty. He was up half the night rage posting on the stupid Truth Social about God knows what. It's time for Trump to go. That's my bit, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your comments down below. And if you want me to talk more about Donald Trump and the future of the Republican Party, or lack thereof, please leave your comments below. And hopefully in the future I'll be on another channel doing these vlogs. But on this channel, the videos will always be done on my phone camera. It's just easier for me to do. So, have a good day, everybody, and I'll talk at you soon. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. And please try to keep it safe and sane throughout the rest of the year and the rest of the holidays. Show love to people even though some of them may not deserve it. Take care and stay safe and warm this holiday season. Love to you all. Bye.